my dear Virgo. This is a bonus reading for the second half of July 2019 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. This is a thank you reading since your reading is the 6th most liked reading for July. So thank to all Virgos and Virgos loved ones that gave gratitude for my reading and dedicate themselves to love and spiritual growth. So this will be a love reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising sign, also for Venus. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you this is you, it can as well be the person or situation you are dealing with. Use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading. And for this reading, I will use the Golden Universal Tarot with Roberto de Angelis. So I will start shuffling your cards. And Virgo, when I open your deck here, I see 6 of Swords in the reversed and 2 of Cups in the reversed. So it seems like a situation where you can't move on from a relationship that didn't work out. And the 6 of Swords, we are trying to row our little boat and, get away from something. And then we just come back to it in our thoughts all the time. So it's probably some dissonance between head and heart here. Your heart is set on something and your head thinks, no, this is not a good idea, heart. Okay, but the heart usually is very hard to persuade. We can do it. But then we need to take control actually over our thoughts and not think about that person anymore. So remember to forget you. I guess that's a song for you. Remember to forget. So now I have wrote it down so I won't forget. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light. And here we see, it's the same story, This is death in the reverse with the 2 of Cups now in the upright position. But it seems like this relationship, it's like beating a dead horse, okay? It doesn't go anywhere and it's kind of impossible to end it. You want to end it. What's up with that, okay? So I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. Okay, so it seems like there's some kind of karma that needs to play it out. So if you think you're with a douche, maybe you have acted as a douche in earlier lifetimes, okay? Or maybe you are acting like a douche towards other people, you just don't know it. And in this relationship, you get the mirror that mirrored back to you. But it doesn't have to be that you have been the bad guy, so to speak. It can be that you have treated yourself this poorly and let other people treat you this poorly also before. So you still have this to learn, to stop and treat yourself poorly and don't let other people treat you poorly. You need to give yourself justice and be able to end something. I don't know what's up with your heart here. I'm going to check. I have small hearts here and I will see what's up with your heart that doesn't want to let this go. So don't laugh at me for the shuffling here because it's not easy to shuffle hearts. Well, some people think it's easy. They are called players. I'm not one of them. So, yeah, thank you. Now I'm very curious what's up with Virgo's heart. You're trying too hard. Give it time. Okay. So I hate to have to give you the advice to wait for someone. And I think the divine is not advising you that either. It's more that give it time. The heart will let go. Our hearts, they are so very devoted. They are so beautiful. They hang on to love, like even in the wildest place, even in the most, it's not right, but you still love the person. So you're trying too hard. Give it time, and I think you will get over this person. I hope, okay? Because it seems like you feel very stuck with this, and you wonder what's up with you. So 6 elements. King of King of Cups in reverse with the Death in the upright position. So both of these are Scorpio. Maybe you're dealing with the Scorpio, Virgo, but it's also transformation when it comes to love. Maybe to be able to persuade your heart to let it go. Okay. It doesn't have to be a loved one. It can be a dream you had that is maybe giving you too much responsibility, or some kind of like a title you wanted or something similar to this. And with the King of Cups here in the reversed, I think you are going through some kind of healing process. And when you have healed, it will be time to let this go. And we see here this tree. It's very beautiful, and it's an eye-opening tree. Also the third eye will open, and you will be all but love. So there's something delicate going on here, because yeah, it's something with your heart. It's very devoted, but your mind is very logic and doesn't like this devoted heart, what it's doing. Knight of Swords in reversed. You don't want to give to people that doesn't deserve it. You want to be sane. You want to be logic. Okay. But your heart is bigger than that. It loves unconditionally. So it's from another world. And sometimes it's too good for this place. Okay. So I will just tune in for a few seconds to you, Virgo, and this relationship situation you might find yourself in. And if I didn't say it, of course, you might be dealing with Scorpio that have a hard time letting go of you, or you have a hard time letting go of that person. Okay, so this will be your behavior and attitude towards this other person. Maybe it's a situation as well. And outcome and the other person's behavior or attitude towards you. It might be a group of people as well. You can use this however you want it. Your feelings for them, common energies, and their feelings for you, there. And this is what's on your conscious mind about them, the situation itself, and what's on their conscious mind about you. And we have the Fool in reverse. So we don't want to be a fool over and over again. We don't want to do the same stupid mistakes. It needs to end sometime. So this is what you have felt here, what's in your mind. Okay, and this is feelings. Feelings seems nice. Three of Cups. I think you have had a great exchange with this person or these people. And maybe you wanted it too much, or they wanted it too much. And the nice thing ended. We have a beautiful song here in Sweden. It's by a famous song and sing writer at his time. I think he's still famous. His name is Cornelis Vreeswijk. I don't know how to say this in English. He is from Holland, actually. And he sang about frowny faces we make in the morning, because if we try to keep the luck there, and we try to grab it with our hands and make it stay, we will woke up with ashes and dust and, bitter tears and all these things. We can't, happiness, when you want to get a hold of her, she will look at you with bitterness in her eyes and spit you right out. So this is a little bit what I'm feeling here, that we wanted this happiness and we wanted it to last. But for some reason it didn't. Maybe we had held on too tight, or we might have gone into some kind of bitter argument here. It seems like two people thinking too much. Thinking too much and hurting themselves in the process. So maybe thinking how things should be, like this person should be like that, and they should be like this, and this should have happened by now. And the other person maybe wanted another thing, and their thoughts were equally. Maybe they thought you wanted to devour them, or, eat them up and spit them out. And here we have behaviors and attitudes. And here it's the Lovers in the reverse, and High Priestess in the reverse, and Two of Cups and Page of Cups. So what I'm feeling here is that people still love each other, still want each other, but they would like to not want each other. So they want to kind of give up on this, but some part of them, some very loyal part of them, doesn't want to give up, still wants this. It's almost like we're waiting for the other person to fix the situation. Okay, so we'll see where it goes with this. This is what's on your conscious mind about them. And we have a King of Coins in reversed. So you might be feeling that they don't really let you in. They didn't let you in close to them. They kept you outside of their castle, that they kept you their door locked, and maybe on occasions you were invited in, and it was like you could never relax if you can never be natural with them or rely on them in a natural way, because when you turned your back and went out on an errand, they have locked the door and you were not welcome in anymore. So it might have been a situation where people expected different things from each other. One maybe felt a very divine connection and wanted to move along with the relationship, or meet often, or buy a house together, or move together as neighbors if you were friends. And the other person was not up for this for some reason. So this is what you're thinking about them. You might also be thinking that now you are going to do the same towards them. They are not going to be let in to your castle, and that's that. Okay, so here is the situation itself. I won't read that card just now. I will show you what's on their conscious mind about you. And so sweet. We have the Queen of Coins here in reverse. That's Virgo. So they are thinking, well, she doesn't seem to have the same time with me as she had before. Before she was like an open garden, and whenever I called, she was there. Whenever I wanted to see her, she was available, and she loved me, and she was there at all times. It looks like I say she because it's a queen, but it can be in the reversed as well, of course. And I think maybe this one on this side became a little bit spoiled and took this side for granted and didn't show the appreciation that was necessary to keep this one at their side. But you're still like husband and wife. So that's why it's so hard to let go, because you still kind of belong together. It's just that you made a mess of this, okay? You made a mess of this because someone asked for too much and someone gave too little, is what I'm feeling. And now you don't want to do this stupid dance anymore. You just want to move on with your life, but you seem a little bit unable to, from what I've seen this far. So this is the situation. We have a Six of Cups in reversed. So no one wants to, come and say that they're sorry. No one wants to be responsible for making it all start again with the Six of Cups here. So, I'm hearing the song again, Remember to Forget You. I think both people are kind of trying to, no, I can't call her and tell her what happened today because she wouldn't be interested. And also she blocked me on all the different channels. So I need to keep this for myself. I need to take a deep breath and remember to forget you. Okay. So this is your feelings for this person, and we have the Hermit. So it's Virgo, but it's also deep loneliness is what I'm feeling. I feel almost sad here. I feel sad. So I think you were lonely already in the relationship. There was no one there. I think this person, this row, they weren't lonely. You were always there for them. Now you aren't. This is Virgo. And Queen of Coins in reverse is when Virgo goes in the hermit mood. So this vacancy sign, or no, I'm not at home, or try again later. So you Virgo, you try to figure this out. Why did this happen? You don't want it to happen again. So you're trying to figure out what was going on and why things went down the way they did, and scrutinize yourself, scrutinize the situation, scrutinize the other person, to see, okay, so what really happened here? I want to know. I don't want to make this stupid mistake again. So we're very logic about this and very hands-on, I might say. And I need to honor you also for starting to look on the inside and not I'm seeing some funny pictures sometimes, but not blaming the people on the outside. I saw a monkey throwing their feces, okay, on the other person. So maybe you want to do that, but you are very collected, so you don't. You look inside of you, and sometimes you feel like doing that maybe. So this is the common energy, like the energies between you, and this is the other person, and I think they regret what happened. This is Ace of Coins in the reverse, so it's like I had something, I didn't take the chance and I lost it, and now I feel very nervous. So I think you have made them nervous, Virgo, because they didn't expect this to happen to you, for you to close the door on them like that. They thought that you were like a 24/7 opened market, that they can just go and, you know, fulfill their needs, and needs of not only sex, but maybe even money, but also company. And the Three of Cups that we have here, it was nice to be with you. It was easy. Could watch Netflix and chill without, you know, feeling the least uncomfortable. And you could sleep on their arm, and they could sleep on your arm maybe, or you could spoon, and it felt nice. Okay, so and now that's all gone, because they wanted to keep it on the square one. They didn't want to proceed with the situation or deepen the relationship. Even if you were married, this might be the case. Yeah, we are married, but I'm never going to speak to you about my secrets or about my emotional life, or who am I really. So you hope that, well, we get married and then the bond will deepen. Now they will finally let me in and trust me. But hell no, they didn't. They kept you out. So this is the common energies, and we have an Eight of Cups. So Eight of Cups is walking away. Eight of Cups is giving up on something that was really valuable, but since it didn't work, what's the use? Why should I put effort into this when it doesn't work? So we're trying to move on. We're trying to not be nostalgic. We're trying to not, you know, look back and wonder what could have been and remember all the good times. So even if you haven't split up yet, even though it looks like you have, it feels like it's time to go, that it's starting to get more and more bitter. And before you start to throw feces around, maybe it's better to actually walk out that door, because they don't let you into their heart anyways. I think they might reconsider at some point here, but maybe it's too little too late. Okay, so your behavior or attitude towards them, and we have an Ace of Cups in the reversed. So you don't show the love, no. No, you're like, sorry, it's over. I told you. I told you it was going to be like this. So with the Ace of Coins, Ace of Cups, Ace of Coins and Ace of Cups in reverse, both of you are kind of finding out that you had a precious thing, but you screwed it up. So no, it's not there anymore. And your attitude towards them, it's, your loss is what I'm feeling with this Ace of Cups. I loved you so much. I had all this for you, and you treated me like I was nothing. Okay, and this is the outcome, so I won't read it just yet. And this is their behavior and attitude. And we have a King of Wands in the reverse. And the King of Wands in the reverse, King of Wands usually takes a lot of responsibility. The King of Wands in the reverse doesn't, okay? They don't want to know about this. They don't want to hear. They don't go inside and, you know, scrutinize what happened. They just try to, you know, with their ears and not hear a thought that they are thinking. They don't want to hear this, that something has happened here. This person doesn't, maybe I'm not as attractive anymore. And with the King of Wands in the reverse, they don't want to know about it. They don't want to have responsibility. It's a little bit anger cooking here, but it's really not against you. I think it's towards themselves, but they need to be angry with you, so they won't be angry with themselves. I wonder what would happen if they were angry with themselves. Let's see if we can get some answers. What would happen if they could feel responsibility and get a little bit angry on themselves as well and not blame everything on the world? So, trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So it seems like good news. If they could take the responsibility, they would and accept it, they would grow. The situation would transform. They will see, okay, that's what I did wrong. So I need to talk about this person about this and see if we can fix it. So, new beginning, new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. I think this is what they are trying. Okay, new beginning. I don't think they want this new beginning with you. We have both the aces in the reversed. I think they want a new beginning without you, because they never, ever, ever want to give you this, what you wanted all along, for them to see what happened and accept it, so that you could transform the situation and heal. Their answer is to do it somewhere else and, live in peace before it gets too messy, kind of. So I think this was their approach all along, to not let you in so it wouldn't be a mess. And then they made a mess because they didn't let you in. So, and now they are going to, watch out for the next person that they can do this same dance with. Okay, outcome. 9 of Wands. Yes, it's connected with the Hermit. So you're not going to engage in this. And the other person, they feel it creeping in on them, the responsibility here. But they don't want it. Okay, so they're going to play it cool and, remember to forget you. And try to also not see whose fault it was. This person would be a typical person saying, we don't have to talk about whose fault it was. We can just start over. And then the same stupid thing will happen again because they didn't want to talk about it, because they don't want to see themselves and their own actions, because they think if they have done something wrong, which they are sure they are, and it's probably their fault. Everything is probably their fault. But if they see it, maybe they will lose their will to live. They would feel like shit. So they are not ready because they don't love themselves enough to take it. Normal people, they can take responsibility and say, I'm sorry I crashed your car. I will work my ass off to pay you back, and with interest. And you can borrow my car. In the meantime, I'm so sorry. But this kind of person, they think they screw up, they wrecked the car, and the best thing that they can do is pretend like it was someone else's fault, so you never know. And then they will skippity-scop down the street, and you will never see any money for that car. Why they are doing so, I don't know. Maybe they got blamed a lot when they were kids, and they don't want to take it no more, because if we get blamed a lot as kids, it's always your fault. Eventually you stop listening. Okay, you stop listening. No, everything can't be my fault. I can't be this bad person that you make me out to be. So I think this person is having a war, not just against you, but the whole world, and maybe even the divine, their parents, everything. They might be nice towards people on the outside, but on the inside they think, screw you, I'm not going to take the blame anymore. So we can understand why the person is acting like this, but they are grown up now. They can take responsibility for what they have done, and they don't have to feel like bad people. Accidents happen, we do mistakes, it's fine. We fix it and we move on. It doesn't say anything about our soul, but this person thinks if they would admit to doing anything wrong, I don't know, maybe they would self-combust as a punishment from God. Maybe God wouldn't, they don't see, God doesn't see now what they are doing. They have hidden this even from God. And if they would admit to it, it will come a flash from the heavens, and, they would be struck by lightning and die on the spot. So they think they can hide things. So they have probably been rather manipulative when they were with you and lied about things. No, it wasn't I didn't do that, and it drove you mad, and now you don't want to be with them anymore. And frankly, I don't really know why we're having this conversation, why we are seeing this about this relationship, because you don't want them, and they are not going to change their ways and take responsibility and run after you. So from my point of view, it's looking like this relationship is over, even though there was a lot of love here, and it still is. When the work isn't being done, there's no use to continue, is what I'm seeing. So I'm going to cheer you up a little bit after this very this very dry take on things. I'm going to take a card from Mystical Wisdom Oracle deck to see, okay, so what's now then? I think the Divine is very pleased with how you have acted here. Yep. Enlightenment, pursue spiritual growth. So this will be, you have learned a lot from this person, butting head with them, and probably so much that this will be the kind of the stepping stone. I'm thinking about this that you have at the pool, where you jump and then you can jump high. So not only a stepping stone, but a little bit like you're being shooted up because of what you have been through, this heaviness, this burden, this difficult relationship, where it was like talking to a wall, frankly, because this person didn't want to listen. And now you're tired of trying. So you don't want to fix it anymore, and they never really fixed it. So you have come into your own, you're coming into your own, okay, and are in search of something more meaningful to add to your life. Now is the time to meditate, deliberate, self-evaluate, and withdraw voluntarily from the world to seek truth and solitude. Rest and a quiet retreat away from daily routine will allow you to consider enlightened decisions and go in the direction of your heart. This may also be the time to seek advice and spiritual guidance from a mentor or an experienced person. I searched for wisdom and mental clarity. There was some things in this text that was a little bit strange. You have come into your own. So you have come into yourself, I guess. Rest and a quiet retreat away from the daily routine. It's also a strange way to build a sentence, but yeah, you are on vacation, Virgo, because you have been in a very difficult situation with something that was so dumb that it probably, your brain had pain because of how dumb it was. And it became this dumb because a person couldn't love themselves enough to man up or woman up and behave in a way that was responsible and adult. And that's why this situation happened. But it's going to spike your spiritual growth to have butted heads with them. I'm all right with it. I hope you are too. Everything can't be put into the perfect place immediately. Sometimes there's really hard work that needs to be done, and it's a lot hard work left on this situation. That's very clear. So I hope this helped. I want you to take really good care. And I also want you, if you have problem to understand this, you can go to my webpage. There's a lot of pick a card readings and the general readings for July and soon August as well, that you can check out to understand your situation more thoroughly. And I will also start doing the generals for August next Monday on the 15th of July. So until then, take really good care and bye-bye.